And so so not to say that this all connects to what's going on with like the Essence Fest. I bought the Essence Fest because I think the Essence Fest struggles are connected to a deeper economic decline, which is the result of decisions that were made by people that we were heavily dependent upon, which exposed us to a wide variety of economic risks that we were not aware of. A lot of times you don't know the risk of the situation you're in until the chickens come home to roost. So while you had the DEI initiatives, you have the corporate goodwill, you had the good government job, you had all these things that were providing income, not just to attendees of the Essence Fest, maybe vendors of the Essence Fest, maybe to Essence itself. And then when they decide to sort of pull that rug away, you're kind of stuck. And a lot of times the reason we're stuck is because number one, if you're not diversified financially, you have to be protected. You have to get your income from multiple sources, and not to say the Essence people aren't. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be fine. I'm thinking about that business owner who runs a consulting firm, and they have two or three big corporate clients that hire them as a DEI consultant, and then suddenly DEI is gone, and then suddenly everything's kind of done. Or that person that has that really good job, and then suddenly the company goes in a different direction, and then there's financial challenges that come from that. And this is America. America has a long history of being committed to something until it's not fun anymore. And then that's what they did in the Vietnam War. If you study the Fall of Saigon, you'll know that that was a time where they got the whole Vietnamese, the half of the Vietnamese country, the South, to depend on the Americans financially and militarily. And then the Americans got bored, decided to cut their support, and then suddenly Saigon fell. And then next thing you know, entire families were being slaughtered in the street, and they had no military defense anymore because they became heavily dependent on a group of people that are not really committed to much of anything. And so this to me, the fall of DEI is the black economic version of the fall of Saigon. When they took away the DEI, they took away financial security for a lot of people. When they take away government contracts, I know so many people, especially in DC, that have been hammered financially because of this. When they take away your job, it throws you into an immediate fit of economic stress, financial anxiety, and desperation that that really isn't entirely necessary. That perhaps could be prevented if saving and investing in financial security were a tip-top priority, which means that when times are good, you're spending your energy preparing for when times are bad. You get a bonus. You're not running to buy a new Ford Explorer because you saw it advertised on BET. You get extra money. You're not running to the club popping bottles of Ciroc like Diddy used to tell everybody to do. You're not taking that money and going out and buying luxury brands. You're saying, no, we don't want any of that. I want to prepare for when times get bad because I know that I'm black and I know that at some point they're going to come get me and I need to be ready for that. So I'm going to stockpile and prepare and store my nuts for the winter. That means I'm going to save my ass off. I'm saving 10, 20% of my income like my grandma used to do. And then at that point, I'm going to take that money. I'm going to take 10, 20% of my income. And it's, before I go spend it, I'm going to put that in the stock market like Dr. Boyce says we should do. And then after that, we're going to go and we're going to put some money in that in this business so that we can have multiple streams of income, develop that side hustle so that in case something goes wrong, we're going to be prepared. What else can you do? Well, we're a family unit. I'm married to my wife. We help each other survive economically. So not only am I investing in my assets, I'm investing in my wife because my wife is an asset that is more valuable than money because that's my teammate, that's my partner, that diversifies our revenue stream so that if I say, hey, baby, I'm having a bad month, or hey, babe, I'm having a financial crisis, my wife says, okay, that's all right. I got something over here that can help us through this rainy day, right?